Hello, and thanks again for joining us. Another one of our tech videos from bulletcentral.com. My name is Chris Harris, and today I'm going to be introducing to you the lineup of Hood presses. The name Hood comes from Charlie Hood. He's just a really smart machinist and engineer working down south in the United States, and he's invented a ton of really neat things for bench press shooting and continues to do so. But today he doesn't make them anymore. Scotty Crawford, also a great machinist, he makes them exclusively for us, and we're just delighted to bring you this really smart little device. So I think what I'll do is start off by just showing you what the lineup is. We've got them all attached to the bench here, and how they vary from model to model, and then we'll go into a little bit of some of the features and as to why we think they are great for your reloading setup. The line is broken into the single ram presses and the double ram, and under the single ram we have got the unit that comes without the JLC insert. So here we do not have a JLC insert. Here's an example of one with no JLC insert, and then the press with the insert. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about what that does and how it benefits you. And then we have the double ram press you see attached on the right here, and that's my personal press actually that I use. So it may look a little bit grubby, but it's gone through a lot of work, and but I just love it. So here is the double ram press with the JLC insert. The double ram comes standard with JLC, you cannot get it without. So if we just put the two next to each other, we look at a double ram press and a single ram. The single ram essentially is a single ram for your case sizing, and then it has a little platform over here for your hand die, or similar to an arbor press if you're going to seat your bullets with an arbor press. Whereas on the double ram, just put that down, in the double ram we have a ram for sizing just as you would do on the single ram, and then next to it you have another ram that allows for a threaded seating die to be inserted in the top of the press, and allows you to seat your bullets with a seating die just like this here. Now what I'd like to do is just cover a couple of the features and benefits of this lineup. First, it doesn't matter which one you buy, what I do love about all of them is that when you take this press off your bench, it can easily fit into your reloading box. It's small, it's compact, but despite its size, it has not lost any leverage. This press has got immense leverage, especially for the cartridges that we are reloading, mostly 6 PPC, 6 BR. It can even resize a 308 Winchester case here as well. So size is just fantastic, very compact. If we look at the two single ram presses, the feature that is really nice is this JLC insert. This is our biggest selling press, this one we have in the middle here, and the reason is that we have an indexer here that you would put your sizing die in, as you see the sizing die seated in this press, and if we want to be able to adjust our full length sizing by, in fact each click stop here is 3/4 of a thousandth of an inch. So if we want to adjust our sizing a little bit more or less, it is so easy for us to give it an extra click clockwise in order to size a little bit more. As you all know, correct sizing of brass is critical if you're going to shoot properly and allow for longevity of the brass as well. So it helps you with accuracy and certainly with the brass life and functioning of the rifle. On the top you have a nice graduation here with some color coding, so you know that on a certain gun, if you are you're shooting a blue 3 or blue 2.5 or whatever, you can put that in your book and come back and and repeat that exact amount of sizing at any time, which I find very, very useful. Again, on all of the single stations we have a little platform here that you would put your sizing die in, and so when you run the handle down, it would allow you to actually seat your bullet using your typical hand die that you use for, with any arbor press. Another big advantage of the GLC insert is that it floats a little. So if I'm holding on to this and I can actually feel just a little bit of wiggle room here, and what we like about that is that it allows the die itself to float and will certainly provide much straighter brass, or if not much straighter, it should allow for straighter brass. So big benefit, I believe, in having the JLC insert. But for those of you, and many of you just love to use shims, this press is available, and you can just put your shims underneath your die and adjust that accordingly to your sizing amount. If we cross quickly to the double ram, and I'm just showed you on this one here, the double ram allows you to put your seated die into that extra hole here and to very easily be able to set your seating amount with a micrometer top. Now these are sold separately. We do sell the blanks, and we probably will be selling some made up dies as well for you sometime, but I just love this setup. I mean, really, it's just so easy for me to quickly set my full length sizing. It is easy for me to adjust my seating depth, which is obviously critical. As I move from barrel to barrel, I have a slightly different seating depth or between bullets, and this just allows for quick adjustments. I really like that a lot. The unit is really easy to set up on the bench. Now you'll see these have all been attached with C-clamps. You get in the box, you get a bracket, aluminum bracket, with that a little backing plate that allows for your primers to be caught at the bottom of the stroke. So you just attach this to a bench with your C-clamps, and then you run a threaded knob into the back of the press, and you're all locked up and ready to go. Very secure. So when you run this handle in, you've got a very secure base from which to operate. One thing I do want to point out to you, you'll notice that some of these presses here have got these nice wooden handles on and others plastic. This is the standard handle that it gets issued with. It's a dip plastic, really functional, works great, comfortable. If you want to, you can upgrade to one of these wooden handles. They are a little bit more pricey, but beautiful. They're made by a friend of mine, Stan Buchtel, down in Ohio. He's been in bench race probably for 60 odd years, easily just a fantastic guy and unbelievable with woodworking. In fact, if you looked at this handle up close, you literally cannot see where he's actually joined the wood halves to surround the metal handle. Just fantastic. I love this system. I've been using it for a number of years. In fact, I started out with the single station without JLC, then I moved to the one with JLC, and now I have the double ram. It is easy to use, they're beautifully made, they're compact, they pack away into a box. So I just think it's a great addition to my reloading setup. So if you're inclined, I would encourage you to investigate this as an option. Either way, I hope you have fun watching the video, and we look forward to seeing you next week.